All right, let's kick this call off. Welcome, happy Sunday, happy 4th of July weekend. I am so honored and privileged to be here with you all to share this amazing opportunity to share with you guys a true DeFi protocol where you can accumulate passive income through an NFT. This is something that we've been longing for, and finally it's here because through DeFi, through smart contracts and NFTs, we can now create personal finance where you become your own bank. Literally, you become your own bank by leveraging this technology. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and let's kick this information off. If all of you could please have paper and pen at hand, because note takers are money makers. And we'll dive deep into this information that is actually privileged information. 4% of the world population is using crypto. However, crypto is just the tip of the iceberg. What if I told you there are many rabbit holes that we can get into, such as the metaverse, Web3, which is the internet on the blockchain, as we know, okay? The internet as we know today is considered Web2. Web3 is going to be adopted in less than 5 years. It's going to be $1 trillion market. And last but not least, DeFi, okay? DeFi protocols are the way of the future. It's the way that we're going to transact peer-to-peer. It's going to be the way that corporations transact. It's going to be the way that we moderate companies and corporations and communities as an essence. So let me please, allow me to please introduce to you all MetFi. This is a true DeFi protocol. So the MetFi promise here, you'll be able to earn up to 1,000% fixed and compounded interest a year on your MetFi NFT. And through this protocol, what I love about this is the fact that it is run through a DAO. And the DAO is the way the future is going to moderate corporations. This is a decentralized, anonymous organization in which basically the community owns and controls the protocol, the treasury, the token, through a voting poll. So we all have the power to make decisions, and we all have the power democratically to control the direction of this project. They guarantee anonymity, and also MetFi never collects your data. So basically the vision and the mission of this project is to incubate. This is an incubator for early stage investments in the next wave of metaverse and Web3 unicorn projects. So we'll be able to stake early on into these projects, even before they come out to the general public. And the way we're able to do that is through ICOs, initial coin offerings. So these are projects that get funded even way before they become tokens, even way before they get launched in CoinMarketCap. And so as we know, even throughout everything that's happening in the world economy, anything that's Web3 tends to be recession proof, because we know it's the future of the way we're going to transact. So if we know that, and we understand where technology is headed, and we understand that blockchain is going to be the skeleton and the backbone of everything in regards to the way we transact, peer-to-peer, business to business, country to country, we'll understand that this is a powerful asset to be involved in. So what is the metaverse? As you all know, it is basically virtual reality where you will be able to find many virtual worlds. Millionaires are being made in digital real estate. Gaming is huge in the metaverse as well. And on and on and on. The possibilities are endless because anything is possible in the metaverse. And this will be a $1 trillion market at the very least in the next coming years, a lot sooner than we think. And I'm not talking about a decade from now. I'm not talking about 5 years from now. I'm talking about in the next 2-3 years, okay? So Web3, this right here is exciting. Instagram, Facebook, all these applications, TikTok, they're all considered Web2 because you can read and you can write it. But what if I told you that now with the Web3, with this new wave of what's happening in the blockchain, we're going to be able to read, write, and own the internet backed by the blockchain. And so we're going to see a lot of world mass adoption with this technology. It's huge, it's emerging, and it is recession proof. I really truly believe that. So here at MetFi, you're going to have the opportunity to make passive income. And one of the things that I also really, really like about MetFi is that the treasury is owned by the community. The community has a say. The community has a vote as to how the money is being invested, how the money is being dispersed, how the money is being staked. And every single one of you who is holding an NFT is going to be able to have access to this community and this DAO, where you'll have a vote and a say as to how this is being landscaped. And you'll be able to do all of this through your NFT. This NFT collection is a collection of 10 NFTs, which are both collectible and have utility, right? And utility is important because this is what gives the token a use case, right? What is the use case here? We're investing in the metaverse and Web3 applications. So in addition to your NFT, you're going to be able to accumulate MetFi tokens. Just this month alone, we've already seen like a 5-6x in this token, where your tokens will auto-generate more tokens. It is the number 6 fastest growing token on CoinGecko in the last 30 days. So that is huge as well. The fact that we know that this is, we're hitting jackpot right here. We're onto something with this. Not only are you making fixed returns, you're also making compound interest. And as you all know, Albert Einstein said that the 8th wonder of the world is compound interest. So very, very key thing to have in mind, where you'll be able to earn up to 1,000% a year, depending on your tier, depending on your NFT. So we have 10 NFTs. MetFi has 10 NFTs. You can own up to 10 NFTs, and this is the NFT collection. Let me introduce to you all the NFT collection. As you all can see, we have the shrimp, the crab, the octopus, the fish, the dolphin, the shark, the orca, whale, whale shark, and humpback. So each NFT has a tier. You cannot own one and or the other. It is incremental. So let's say you become a fish, you need to own the shrimp, the crab, the octopus, and the fish, and so forth and so on. If you become a dolphin, you'll need to have NFT 1 through 5, and so forth and so on. When you purchase your NFT, you will be gifted 10% in tokens. I also recommend that you match the amount you invested in your NFT in tokens, because the tokens are what is going to grow APY based on the NFT that you have. So basically, your NFT defines the APY of how your tokens will compound. So for example, if you become a fish, you will have the shrimp, the crab, the octopus, and the fish. And I'll explain to you why I keep mentioning the fish. There's some catches to this. There's some incentives to this. So the fish will cost you 100, 200, 400, 800. That's a $1,500 stake on your NFT, which will grant you 400% a year APY. So you're basically looking at a minimum of a 4x, and your token. So what's recommended is that you match 1,500 in tokens. So your 1,500 is what's going to compound 400% a year. Okay, so very, very powerful, and so forth and so on. The dolphin will compound your tokens at 500%. The the shark will compound at 600% and so forth and so on. At the highest tier, at the humpback level, you are now making 1000% APY a year. So very, very powerful. The smart wealth accumulation strategy. This is where we're compounding our tokens, and our NFT defines the APY in which our tokens get paid out. I think I started this project 2 weeks ago, and the token was at $1,200. And today, last I checked yesterday, it was at 5,500. So this is a very critical time that, you know, and being in this industry for 6 years now in the crypto space, one thing that I've learned early on is that coming into the right networks at the right time is what pays out the most, right? And also the second thing I've learned is that delayed gratification pays out the most. So the fact that you're coming into this project so early on, and the fact that you're being able to stake your tokens and your NFT for as long as you like, and by the way, you can unstake your NFT and your tokens at any time, is what's going to pay those high rewards. So, you know, high risk, high rewards. This is what this is all about. This is a table as to how your rewards would look like if you were to, for example, acquire the fish tier NFT. So you would make 400% a year. It's a $3,000 investment. By the end of the first year, considering that the price of the token remains the same and or above, you're making about 8,000 within your first year. So within the first quarter of the year, you will be already recuperating your initial seed capital. By the end of the second year, because we're compounding, you're looking at about 40 grand. So these are very lucrative numbers. Obviously, these are not fixed numbers. This is basically a forecast. There's nothing guaranteed in crypto. Another thing I'd like to mention, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a tax preparer. However, I share with others what's worked for me. And this is not our first rodeo. When you learned how to carry the discipline with these kind of projects, and you learn to auto compound your rewards, making six figures is very doable for anybody coming into this and following the blueprint. So welcome to our community, because we're going to be teaching you guys everything you need to know in order to have success here with this project. So the treasury pays high yield. How is this sustainable? You're probably wondering, how is this even sustainable? And you know, the thing is that I want you to understand is that this protocol is investing in unicorn projects even before they're available to the general public. In addition to that, a portion of the NFT sales, token sales, and anytime someone stakes and unstakes, a portion of that is going into the treasury. Also, a portion of the compensation plan and the affiliate program is also going into the treasury. And again, not everybody's earning that 1000%. Is as you tier into the 10th NFT. So whoever invited you on this call is going to share these slides with you. But basically, in a nutshell, the sustainability comes from these early on investments that generate staggering rewards, staggering returns. So smart contracts, and this is why I've decided to go all in on this project. This is why I've decided to focus my energy here, because smart contracts is the way the future is going to operate. This is the way taxes are going to be done. This is the way the government, hospitals, education institutions are going to hold databases through the blockchain. This is the way that you're going to be able to have a contract between an individual and the blockchain, where anybody can audit because it's open source and no one can change it, not even the developers, because the developers have locked the smart contract and they've destroyed the keys, which makes this tamper-proof, permanently sealed, and 100% secure. You know, another thing that I think is genius about this model and why smart contracts is the way of the future. Smart contracts are self-executing. They run independent without any human intervention. And it was programmed, it performs what it was programmed to do. So in this protocol, this protocol was programmed to pay out every single 12 hours. Here you get paid every 12 hours. The money gets sent out directly to your wallet. So that is programmed in the blockchain through the smart contract. This is not the kind of thing where someone can come in here and change the rules on us or change the protocol, because like I said, it's all been defined and programmed in this technology, smart contracts. This is what makes this a true DeFi protocol. So with that being said, you could be part of this protocol as a passive silent investor. And this is not multi-level, this is not network marketing. However, there is a very lucrative, generous, and attractive affiliate program. And we get paid 5 ways. So this is where I want all of you to write notes. This is where I'm gonna talk about how we get paid, right? The money. How is the money gonna come in? So the first of the 5 ways is maybe you just wanna be a passive investor where you're gonna mature your tokens through your NFT and you're gonna stake your MetFi tokens for a period of time, maybe 1 year, 2 years. I think that a 1 to 2 year bracket of time, and because I've been involved in DeFi for quite some time now, about 1.5 years, you want to come into this with the mindset that you're going to be staking for at least 1 year or 2. On the second year, the compound interest really begins to look interesting. So again, delayed gratification is going to reward higher. So this is where your NFT defines your APY, and your tokens will earn those rewards based on your tier. No referrals required, total passive income. Now, we get paid every 12 hours here. Those rewards mature with the NFT and you can unstake at any time. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. The second way that we get paid is through the matrix bonus. You're going to make 5% of everything in your matrix up to 10 levels deep in your matrix on everyone that's in your team. It doesn't matter if you enrolled it or not. Sometimes the spillover will come from above or from below, but without really doing much, you'll make 5% from all of that volume, okay? Now, where it gets really interesting, the third way we get paid, and by the way, these are some examples of what these matrix bonuses look like. If you were a fish, for example, let's say a dolphin, because this is the example they're giving us, and you have 243 dolphins in your network, whether you signed it up or not, you already made $19,000 just on the matrix bonus alone. We haven't even gone into the third, fourth, and fifth way of getting paid. Now, the third way of getting paid, and this is where you don't want to miss out on the wave, okay? Whether you want to be a passive silent investor or a builder, you want to come into this knowing that you're bringing in those 5 fish, because if you do so within those 30 days, you're going to unlock the matching bonus for life, which you'll earn 50% of your personally referred community's members matrix bonus, unlimited depth in your matrix for life, okay? This is huge. By not bringing in those 5 people, you're literally leaving money on the table. You are literally leaving money behind. You're losing money by not bringing in these 5 individuals who will duplicate. And then these 5 individuals can duplicate. They can also each bring 5 people. This is a one-time thing. You have 30 days to do so. If the 30 days pass and you haven't done so, you're going to relinquish the right to your matching bonus for life. There's no way to recuperate this incentive later on if you change your mind. So don't think about it. Come into this with an open mind. Come into this knowing that once you've come in, you're going to share this with at least 10 people. And from those 10, qualify and refer 5 other fish, and you unlock all of these bonuses. The fourth way of getting paid, once you unlocked the matching bonus, if you bring an additional 5 members, now you're going to unlock 10% of the purchase price of any new NFTs from your personally referred community, which is huge, okay? 10% of all NFTs and upgrades. So if someone later on down the road upgrades to a whale or a humpback orca, whale shark, you'll make that 10% on your personally referred community. Again, you'd be leaving money on the table if you don't qualify for these 2 things. It's a catch. It's a small catch, but a catch that pays very well. And last but not least, the token staking bonus. You'll make 10% of the value of all additional MFI tokens anyone in your matrix buys and stakes. So anyone in your matrix, whether you enrolled it or not, someone bought $50,000 of tokens, guess what? You're gonna make $5,000 in BUSD that very same day. Here we use MetaMask. Your MetaMask is what gets connected to your back office. I'm about to show you how the back office looks like, and your rewards get paid out in BUSD. We're using the Binance Smart Chain, and you get paid in BUSD, which is the stable coin, the stable dollar for Binance. In addition to that, you'll also need BNB, which is the Binance token for gas fees, which is also very traditional in all DeFi protocols, staking, unstaking NFTs. There's always going to be some sort of gas fee, but it's very minimal. It's a couple cents, a couple dollars. So let me show you how this looks like for yourself when you get started. So when you get started, your dashboard will look like this. It's anonymous. You'll connect using your MetaMask wallet. Also, when you get started with your MetaMask, very important that you save your seed phrase in a very safe place, okay? You wanna write your seed phrase down on paper maybe once or twice and keep it in 2 separate places. And basically this will automatically open your dashboard. As you can see, there's 11,288 members. They've already paid out 4 million in commissions. And the token is worth $5,337. The way that this protocol works is fully transparent. You'll have access to, I recommend that all of you read the white paper. You'll have access to the smart contract address on the blockchain, and also the treasury and the voting polls are all transparent as well. So make sure to do your due diligence, and after this call, reach out to whoever invited you to share with you the resources that you'll be using to get familiar with the information. So as you can see, I'm a Dolphin. I just upgraded to Dolphin. Right now, I've made a total investment of about $6,000 into this, and let's say if I were to unstake my NFT a year from now, we're looking at a value of about $59,000, considering the fact that the token remains at 5,337 and or more. Right now, the APY of my tokens are at 500%, and I own 1.448 MFI. So, you know, a $2,000 investment in the token that I made 2-3 weeks ago is now worth over $8,000. So I've already, you know, in theory, already tripled the value of the tokens that I purchased. And then you'll see here a forecast of what your MFI value will be in a year and what your MFI value will be on the second year. And that's why I'm saying that it's in your interest to hold your NFT as long as possible, because now you're looking at 6 figures, okay? On the second year, considering the compound effect, you're looking at about $286,000 on my current token and NFT tier. So there's also a Telegram, a Twitter, and a Discord. It's very, very active. There's also Spanish and English channels of communication that you'll have access to as well. The matrix, this is where you're going to see your genealogy. This is where you're going to see the team members that have been placed under you. Where it says stake, this is where you can stake and unstake your tokens. And then you'll see how much those would be worth from any point on and forward. You can also gift NFTs. Here where it says help, there's a lot of really cool resources, videos, and PDFs that you can use to market this. Frequently asked questions. And then these tools here are very cool. There's an MFI calculator if you want to calculate what your tokens would be worth, depending on the tier that you're at. So when you're getting someone started, use these tools. The commission calculator, also a great tool to use. And then here where it says statistics, you'll see your order history, your referrals and token purchases and so forth and so on. And then voting, this voting poll, this is where you get to be part of the DAO and vote. Right now, this week, they had a voting poll as to basically as a community, they passed a vote to audit the smart contracts and MetFi. So they want to contract Certic Audit to audit the MetFi DAO. I think it's about $60,000 to do so. And I love the transparency of this community, the fact that they're even proposing an audit where we have full transparency as to how this is being operated. So with that being said, everyone, this concludes today's presentation. For one last time, I want to pull up the slide as to what these returns look like for yourself when you get started. Meditate on the amount you feel comfortable getting started. If you really want to maximize the most out of this, you want to basically become at the very least a fish, and at the very least stake 1,500 as well in the token. If you really want to capitalize off this very generous compensation plan and affiliate program. Maybe you just want to be a silent investor along the way, you can do so as well. But definitely come into this with that mindset that you're going to become a fish and bring in 5 fish. So go ahead and take a screenshot of this. Either way, whoever invited you will send you this slide right after this call. And with that being said, this concludes today's presentation. Thank you so much. For me, it's always a privilege and an honor to be here with all of you, sharing the good knowledge, the wisdom, and all the amazing opportunities that exist in the DeFi space, and educate and continue to build community and educate as a community, all the amazing opportunities. So thank you so much. Have a beautiful Sunday and 4th of July, everyone. And this concludes today's presentation. And be on the lookout. We're going to be doing a lot more of these. So thank you. Have a beautiful day, everyone.